parents, now that it's the morning after, what do you regret getting your children for Christmas? My in-laws got my son a peekaboo Elmer that I will kill before New Year's, I'm sure. Got a call from my kids to pick them up because their new electric skateboards ran out of power. Find my friend says they're 9 miles away from home. My folks got my son magnetic fidget balls. He wound up actually swallowing some after forming a necklace with them and forgetting they were magnets. Spent Christmas in the air, then traveling by ambulance to a pediatric gastroenterologist 2 hours away to have them removed. Fun times. Poopsie surprise unicorn. Thing has had an EGD and a colonoscopy and still doesn't work. Unicorn now has a bowel obstruction and glitter aspiration pneumonia. My gods, I cannot imagine why anyone would buy this. 2 daughters ages 2 and 4. Lol dolls. Fun for 5 minutes. Then the pieces all go into the bins with the rest of the itty bitty doll accessories. Never to be touched again. So much wasted money. I hate those toys with a passion. They are like 90% packaging. Daughter loves it though and was very consistent mentioning it when people asked what she wanted for Christmas. I only bought her the smallest one, but my parents ended up getting the big one she wanted. I wish the whole surprise toy fad would end. I regret my in-laws getting my daughter one of those Echo microphones. Dear God, she just wants to scream into it. She'll tire of it eventually, and then a few weeks or months later she'll find it again, buried in her toy box, and then it's just like day one again. My in-laws, outlaws, bought my 3-year-old a Mickey Mouse that does the hot dog song and dance. It was cute the first 29,000 times but how's it's just plain awful. I suspect the batteries are going to die soon which is too bad. Not a parent myself but a friend of the family got their son a toy chainsaw that he refused to let off the trigger that makes the noise. So, 2 hours of a constant chainsaw noise was so much fun. When we were younger my brother got a He-Man sword for Christmas that made the most god-awful noise. When the batteries eventually died, my mother told him they didn't make the batteries for it anymore. We believed that for a long time. I don't know how old your friend's kid is, but this might work on them too. I bought my nephew a drum kit. You're welcome Sarah. I love you. As an adult drummer who got started because my uncle bought me my first kit, I'm gonna go ahead and say thank you on behalf of your nephew. My 2-year-old nephew is obsessed with Jeeps and I bought him a toy Jeep for Christmas. I told my sister to open it last as that is all he will want to play with. She didn't listen and opened it first. That is all he wanted to play with and would scream if it was taken away. She had to open his remaining gifts while he played with the Jeep. I kinda felt bad, but found it hilarious. To be fair, you did warn them. Just too much crap in general. He's 18 months old. I don't honestly know what we were thinking. He would have been ecstatic with like 3-4 things but for some reason we forgot that he has grandparents and so with their stuff and our stuff, our living room looks like a disaster zone. Hide most of it and bring it out when he is bored with the toys you left out. Then hide those. Rinse repeat. A bucket of slime. I knew better. I now have a bucket of slime all to myself. Anyone know how to remove slime from a couch? Hope is your only option, I'm afraid. This floating ball thing that flies on its own and senses where your hands are. It looked cool on the box. And it is cool. They just didn't say on the box that it sounds like a symphony of 100 dental drills while it flies around the house. My son also got this from his grandparents. Really cool and really loud. We ended up telling him to go to his room if he wanted to keep playing with it. We could still hear it. A set of build your own dinosaurs with mix and match parts. I've been stepping on Lego Dino pieces every 20 minutes or so for 18 hours now. My mother put a kazoo in my 26 stocking. I turned to her and said, why would you do this to yourself? She also gave my sister a harmonica, which she immediately handed to me. My 16-year sister got my 7 and 9-year sisters these things called yellies. They move when you yell at them. They were doing it for like half an hour yesterday and I'm so glad I don't have to live there listening to those. A Lego set for my 5 years brother. He threw every piece in the toilet causing it to get clogged. My 5-year-old bud would have been in huge trouble. Not a parent, but an aunt, got my 2-year-old nephew a full fireman costume so he could play dress up. Full suit, helmet, visor, plastic axe, and fire extinguisher that sprays real water. You know what else it has? A whistle. My sister is not pleased with me. I may add, I'm usually pretty good about not getting him toys that will drive her crazy. I just missed the whistle in the description on this one. My bad. My bad. My sister bought my 14-month-old son a corn popper. IDK if that's what they're really called. That's just what we call them. It's the little bulb thing with the wheels and the giant beads in it that sounds like someone is shooting an AK-47 right next to your head every time he moves it 1 stroke 4 inch. He freaking loves it. I've not had a moment's quiet all day. My mom got my brother a light up water bottle. It is bright. Just what I wanted to bring within inches of my eyes. I didn't get it, but my in-laws are regretting purchasing a tumble train for my toddler. The thing moves erratically and makes a crap load of noise and my kiddo is terrified of it. He starts screaming if you even show it to him. One year my grandma got my brother a big mechanical Godzilla that actually walked and roared and stuff. It completely terrified him, me, and all of our cousins. I still remember screaming and fleeing in a mad panic the first time it got turned on. It's one of my first memories. Luckily after a couple days my brother fell in love with it and wanted to take it everywhere with him. Noise cancelling gamer headphones. Now I have to walk to him and make eye contact to talk. I forgot he likes being upstairs when I am always downstairs. I can yell all day but he can't hear me. So frustrating but liking the workout. Wish my parents understood this. They just stand at the bottom of the stairs yelling for 10 minutes to get my sister's attention before texting her or me having to get her. The entire block knows her name. Anything at all for one daughter. She's angry that the laptop her sister got is so much better than the one she got last year. Nearly identical specs and price. Same annual sale from the same company. My mom would take everything away if you complained even once that someone else got something better. A tarantula and a big terrarium. Woke up and the terrarium was empty. Don't forget tarantula's shed. Have fun with the kid pranking you with it. So much Play-Doh. RIP my flaws. My son is still a new baby but a friend of mine got her 10-year-old a hoverboard. I saw on her Instagram that he crashed and broke his radial bone and buckled another bone in his wrist. We got them too much. Last year, we felt we didn't get them enough, and this year we went overboard. So many presents including a Switch. Kids are 3 and 6. Little one wanted to stop opening and just play. Older one kept talking about how Santa went all out. Overwhelming. They were well behaved though. I'm a single mom and don't have the resources to top last year, so I have a 3 present limit for everyone. But for my son, I hide the gifts in a scavenger hunt to spread out the gift opening. He has to figure out the clues, and every year the clues get harder. I think I spent just under $100, but he also kept saying that I've outdone myself this year. Battery-powered Nerf guns. Ouch. Got my son a Prometheus. Shoots like 300 balls, 8 rounds a second. So much regret. A new guitar for our 14-year-old son. He has a headset that plugs into his amp, but won't use it because then all my friends can't hear me as he calls each and every person he has ever met since birth to personally serenade them the 4 songs he knows how to play. I'm a professional drummer. Been playing for 20 years. I can't believe my parents were willing to buy me drums. I paid a lot of shipping to get a plush Gigi from Kiki's delivery service, since my daughter loved the movie when she saw it. Too long ago apparently, because she doesn't remember it. Just rewatch it and she'll love it all over again. EZ. Nerf guns. 1 each. I got them the cool target as well, but they just shoot each other or at me. So it's been 2 days of them crying and screaming at each other and 2 nights of hunting down Nerf darts. Lost 4 to the floor dimension so far. My 4-year-old got a keyboard and is going through a Power Ranger phase, so keeps smashing her fingers on the keyboard while bellowing the Go Go Power Rangers theme song at the top of her voice. Kinetic sand. The stuff is actually pretty cool, but you give it to a 3-year-old who loves Play-Doh, and the result is bright loose sand everywhere. A Tonka police car, multiple sirens and lights flashing. If I still smoked I would have PTSD thinking the man is breaking down my door. I got each of my 4 kids Nerf guns and myself a ridiculously huge handheld Nerf cannon. I regret nothing, but my wife might be having second thoughts about the man she married, who despite being 43 years old, has spent the last 24 hours mounting elaborate ambushes on everyone who enters the house and taking turns with his kids to steadily shoot all the decorations off the Christmas tree. I wanted to get my 6 and 4-year-old their first Nerf gun. I have never personally owned a Nerf gun, but I figured anyone will do, right? I saw the Rival was on sale and snapped up 2 of them with an extra 50 balls. Turns out the Rival is not a good first Nerf gun for children. It's basically airsoft with bigger, softer pellets. They shoot fast, far, and they freaking hurt when you get hit. The mixture of joy and tears was kind of amusing. I can't believe mom bought her 2 more toy houses. She's not yet 5 and has like 8 of the goddamn things and they ain't small. Barbie's dream cul-de-sac. Godparent here. I gave him $50. No thank you and didn't read or keep the card. He's getting $5 in loonies from now on. I don't regret it. Kinda. My son's little lab kit. He's 2. Maybe just a tad bit too young for it. Water everywhere. Dot. But dang if that little guy is getting better at pipetting water between test tubes super fast. He likes it a bit too much. I felt a sense of pride and exasperation when he refused to remove the little lab coat my sister purchased him. Got my 3-year-old the Game Connect 4. After a couple hours it's now the Game Collect 4. Not me but my cousin and her husband got their 4 kids a ton of Legos. She is already talking about how she now has to wear shoes 24/7 because of it. Ryan's World Slime 4-hour 6-yo. It was way too loose and wet for slime. It stuck to everything it touched, including his hair, and it took me about 20 minutes to clean all of it up. I looked on Amazon and it has an average rating of 1 star. Not sure if it counts because it's my dog, not a kid. We got her a little hollow rubber pig that makes a farting noise when you squeeze it. She got the same thing last year and loved it, but it broke pretty soon. She's still crazy about this one, but I fear the frequent fart noises might have made me kind of paranoid. Puppy. We added a pet with open eyes and a plan, but not sleeping through the night and cleaning up multiple puppy messes in the last 24 hours still hurts. Google Home for our son. Linked it to my account for ease of startup. Checked the history today. Turns out 8-year-olds are inquisitive and or really gross. 8-year-old girls naked. Yep, on a list. My sil bought our nephew this toy where the louder you yell, the faster it moves. Except only grandma was yelling at it and I had enough regret about the purchase for the whole family. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video. Bye for now.